It's good. Let me make sure my mic is working. Always got to do the tech checks after you go live to make sure you are actually live. I just want to double check on my YouTube page here. So what I'm going to do today is I am going to, or tonight, I was supposed to have like a bunch of reviews out today, but got caught up creating a lot of music for Sync and trailers today. Had some incredible meetings today and some discussions following up with the PMC conference. But what I'm going to review today is the Tommee Profitt Percussion from Cinematic Tools in collaboration with an incredible composer, musician, entrepreneur named Tommee Profitt. If you're not familiar with his music, definitely look up, check out some of his music after you watch this video. Tommee Profitt is incredible. Again, I've been following him for a couple of years now. Hopefully I can get him at a future panel at a conference. I'm also finishing up lining up some incredible panels for AES in a couple of weeks, which will be in New York. And I'm also finalizing the details for hopefully what will be 2 panels for NAMM. I'm going to put it out there, 2 panels for NAMM. Hopefully they'll approve. One is definite, but I pitched a second idea today that I've been sort of working on over the last few months, and the pieces are coming together. I just need them to approve that panel, and I really think we're going to have a great show for NAMM 2025. So AES, finalizing that. I'll share more about that over the next week. Hector, thank you for tuning in. You said just got the email. Yes, I just did the email blast. Shout out to the Hard Drive family. Shout out to Hard Drive. They also sent a sync brief out today. I haven't looked at all the brief opportunities there, but I've been working on a bunch of sync opportunities and trailers specifically. I've been shifting focus more to trailers. We can talk about that in another episode. This is an episode of the podcast Syncrets To Success. This is episode 95. We're getting close to 100. And this episode of this podcast is sponsored by the great team over at ASTS, who also provides music libraries and sounds for us music creators to use. Check out all the links in the description for all the fun things. Since if I don't check this out now, I forget to. The videos will be up on YouTube, so you can definitely check it out. I used to go live on like Instagram and LinkedIn and Facebook and all these different places, but now I want to focus more on just going live on YouTube so that I can feed the algorithm here. I do make posts to social media pretty much daily, but for the videos, they'll be here. So what I'm going to look for, I'm using Contact 8, even though it does say Contact 7 here. Let's change that so you don't get confused. You know what? We'll just call it what it is. What we're doing today is Cinematic Tools. Tommee Profitt Percussion. And I do have Contact 8 here. I'm going to go down to Tommee Profitt, which hopefully will be in alphabetical order. T-O-M. This is the saw. This is the icon. It just has EE percussion, so I don't know if that means something. And I'm going to click this little arrow, and this will open up the plugin here in Contact 8. Which I've been using for a while now. And you can see right off the bat, we get some percussion loaded up. It's still loading up. We have drums, cymbals, loops, rolls, and trailer effects. EE Tommee Profitt. You see some different icons here. I'm not going to do a full like review, even though I did label it as a review. I don't know what I'm going to do. But you can check out some great reviews on some other channels. I'm going to play through some of these sounds because we're going to, right out the box, we have thunder snare. Let me see if we have any other sounds I can load up here. We have cymbals. Oh, okay. You know what? I tell you what I don't like about Contact 8 is that when I click one of these instruments, it's going to play that demo, and I don't know how to turn that off or turn it down or stop it or any of that. But we have the snare loaded up here. I'm going to play the C1, this blue key, and that is a colossal tom. Oh, Godzilla strikes. Then we have black hole drum, dark matter. So I'm playing these blue keys down here, if you can hear. And then I'll play some of the yellow keys. These sounds are insane. Yeah, that's insane. Let me... And then you have different mix. You have mix A and mix B. Mix B here sounds a little bit... Actually sounds a little bit tighter. So mix A and mix B, I can adjust per note here. So I'm playing this C2. If I hit mix B for C2, but I play this D2, you see that's set to mix A, so I can choose a different mix per instrument. And then I have different effects for instruments I can load up. So let's say for this Storm the Gates, let's say I want to turn the volume down or the level down on that. But if I play the key next to it, its setting is set differently. So I can have these settings that you see here on the screen per instrument that I play, or per track. Hector says YouTube is for more searchable and hostable for live streams. Yeah, Hector said I started streaming when I play Just Dance and sing. That's also to train for live performance. That's actually a smart way to use YouTube, to sing and dance while playing Just Dance. For training. Then we have, I'm going to scroll down here. We have pitch. And then we have pen, left, right. For the drums. We also have ADSR, that is the envelope, so I can adjust the attack so it'll fade in a little bit more in the sound. We have decay, sustain. I know I said I wasn't gonna. The release doesn't sound like it's changing much. I wasn't gonna go through all these settings. Below that we have mix envelope. Then we have filters: high pass filter, low pass filter. We can link those. I believe we can link. Oh, there we go. We unlink that. We can also adjust the microphone mix here in the middle. So in the middle, we have this knob, which adds in, I believe, saturation, distortion, maybe a little bit of compression. That's typically what the middle knob does on a lot of these plugins when you adjust the knob there. I'm just already having too much fun. Then we have different mic mixes. So I can, let's go to solo here. Here's a close mic. Then I can add in some compression just on that mic. All right, let's go to the room mic here. And then we can add compression there. Then we have the hall. Then all of them mixed together. And let me go to, if I'm gonna play this same note, the Storm the Gates. If I go to mix A, let's see if it's changing. I don't think it's changing anything on the microphone mix itself. I think these are just different mixes that are built into the plugin itself. All right, and then let's go to the effects on the right here. So we have different presets we can load up. We have these parameters. I believe it's 8 different effect settings. We have EQ with a lot of EQ settings here. You have a compressor. And this, by selecting this, you can get to the settings for that particular effect. And then you want to turn it on by clicking the power button next to it. So if I want to adjust the compression, hopefully that didn't blow your ears away. That did go into the red. Apologies there. Then we have transient. Let me go back to the EQ. EQ is typical EQ. You can adjust the low frequency, the gain, the frequency. So you have the gain. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 band EQ here. Oh, it is on. We'll turn that off. Then you have this transient here. And adjust that. You also have different parameters up there you can set. Let's go to distortion here. Then you have some saturation. Again, the middle knob there is sort of a combination between saturation, distortion, and compression. So if I were to this knob here is sort of like these 3 options all in one. And then we have delay, which I don't hear yet. Let's turn up the mix. Def. So you can have like that's fun. A filter phaser thing. You can do like a ping pong thing. Let's do a little faster. There we go. you can have some fun with the delay there. Then we have a convolution reverb. As you can tell, I'm having way too much fun with these. Then we have the hall reverb. Then I can label some as my favorites. I can save my own presets. I can load presets. I can bypass and reset the effects. So we have some options there. Let me see if I can make this a little bigger. Okay. So those are the drum sounds. Let's go to cymbals here. Let me make sure I'm not missing any comments. Hector says orchestral hyperpop would be insane. Just thought of blending Sophie's Splice pack. Yeah, when you blend those packs with some of these sounds. So with the cymbals, I'm gonna hold down this C1 here. And if you see up here, it says cymbal roll 1 bar. Now, if I hold the note next to it, says cymbal roll 2 bars. So these notes that are side by side down here, these are 1 bar rolls and 2 bar rolls, and they are tempo mapped to whatever tempo your DAW is set to. So I'll play one more. I'll play the C3. So you have those rolls, and then these blue notes at the top, like C4, are just cymbal hits, and then you have this is more of a hi-hat. So you have those options there for cymbals, and again, you have the same effects that we went over. I'll come back to loops at the end. We're gonna skip loops and go to rolls, which I really like using rolls in plugins. So you'll see that the UI has changed slightly for this one. What we'll see is when I play one of these notes is you will see the sample in the middle here. So I'm gonna play this note. And now that the sample is there, what I can do is I can adjust the start point. So let's say I want to just start it here, or maybe even closer to the hit. So you can have a lot of flexibility there. Then I can also reverse it. So if I want to reverse it, and can I start the reverse? I can't start the reverse sooner. I want to move the end point of the reverse sooner, but I'm just going to hold the note. That actually sounds kind of cool. And then we also have impact. So this is sort of bringing the start point to right where the hit is. So I can just use the hits there. Let me play one more sound in here. Impact. And then we can reverse. Sort of get like that helicopter effect. So there's some great sounds in there. These sounds are labeled organic roll. So you're getting 48, 49, 50, 49 organic rolls. Then we have trailer effects. This, I believe, will be like booms, maybe Brahms. You'll see the titles up here, and you'll see the same sampler type deal down here. I'll play one of these Cs. C1, that sounds like a boom to me. What else do we have? What do we have down here? Booms, and the yellow ones are complex booms. Yeah, some great stuff there. There's a reverse option. So if I hit impact and reverse, give it a second. And then it serves like almost like a small riser with the reverse option selected. It's exactly like a riser. So let's say I wanted to add some reverb on there. Then you start getting into a little sound design elements. So you can tweak these to your liking. Now, last but not least, I want to go to the loops because there are some things in the loops that I really enjoy. I'm going to just start playing one of these low, hopefully ones, too low, C0. So if you notice, you have different time signatures. This is something that is rarely seen in percussion packs. I always see 4/4 loops. I never see 6/8 or 3/4 loops. So Tommee Profitt and Cinematic Tools were kind enough to give us 6/8 options for these loops. So I'm going to play this one. And then you count that a little differently. So with 4/4, you count it this way. This is sort of getting into a little bit of like theory, musical theory or quantizing. You're going to count it like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So like a waltz, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or if you want to count by threes, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But you have that option. Then you also have a low. What is this? Low, mid, high. Controls. I think it's volume for the low, mid, high. Let's go to this arrow. I don't hear anything changing there. Let me turn this down. I'm gonna play one of these yellow loops here, and I think these are the mids. Then we have the pink, where you get some of the high like sticks and stuff. Now with loops, as with any loop packs and things, you want to make sure that you are not just using them by itself, that you're layering them with other sounds, maybe with some other drums and things. I didn't plan on doing like a loop. Let me just try to put together something really quick. We'll do 8 bars. I don't know. But I'm going to go back to drums, and we'll see if we can create something using the Tommee Profitt Percussion by Tommee Profitt and Cinematic Tools. I'm going to have to make this a little smaller. Let's see, what is our... Here we go. Wrong note. Not the best way to start. You know what? Let's go faster. 140. And really, if I want to build with that, I just want to say, where do I want that to land? I can just copy this over. You know what? We'll just do a 4-bar loop. And maybe I'll copy this. There's a lot of, in this case, we'll bring out the EQ. Want to bring out a lot of that, like 250-ish. Bring out that stuff. Let's see if we can do something with this. But the first one now is sounding... I think I just got to quantize stuff. I'm not going to do a whole percussion course. I do have one on my site if you want to check that out. There we go. I like this. There's too much something. Might be too much room. Too much hall. Let's try that. You can hear the quantization is throwing some of it off. So all right, Let's get to a what's wrong with here? Something like that. That's also a good one, just too much of the low stuff. Make sure I'm on the right plugin. Not that one. Let's see. Hector says, love the blending of 3/4 6/8 4/4 time. Yeah, I like when they have that option to use a 6/8 time signature. So let's add some cymbals to the mix. We have I guess we'll do a 2-bar roll. It's fine. Not that one. It sounds interesting. Keep it simple. Actually, I do want some reverb on the roll itself. So we're going to bring in the hall. We have that. One thing I didn't mention, let's see what happens. If I go to sounds, actually, I'm going to find the plugin. I believe it is Cinematic Tools, which I don't see here. I have a bunch of plugins. Maybe it's on this drive. I believe it also comes with, here we go. And I also have Zenith. So there will be a link in the description. Tommee Profitt Percussion and Zenith are currently on a sale. You can get $50 off both. So if you use the link in the description, that is a affiliate link with no additional charge to you. But I do get a little bit of an affiliate kickback if you use that link. So we're going to go to samples and wave files. So we get the wave files here. So if I wanted to load up, say, a roll or cymbal, or if I wanted to look for effects here, for example, there's some risers here. So let me just bring that in. This is from the same plugin, the same product, and I can use this riser here. And then you have a sort of starting to get an idea of what you can do. Let me look for some impacts. Maybe that could be the ending shebang. Let's go to a downer here. These downers sound like this. Like this one. So we'll throw this in here somewhere. And it starts to be like sound design. So I'm going to play this loop again. And you can see what you can make in like 5-10 minutes with products like this. And then I can build off that or use that as a, I don't know, 5-second teaser thing. But you have those sound effects built in. We have sub booms, something like this. Sounds insane. You have whoosh hits, which let me bring some of it. Let's bring that into the mix. Sounds like this. So you have a couple of those in there. We have whooshes, which is the whoosh without the hit. Even though that sounds like it has a hit in there. Then you have the rolls that I showed some earlier, but you also have the wave files. We have the drums. Mix A, mix B, as we showed in the plugin earlier. Then you have the cymbal stuff. So it's basically the audio version of what you see in the plugin. So that's the quick overview. Let me play this idea really quick. Now I do have a review of the Zenith plugin also on my site on YouTube here, so you can look up like my page and look up Zenith. If you want a quick overview of that, I don't know if I have it loaded up here. I can look it up. Zenith. I don't think so. So what I would have to do is find it here. Just to give you a quick overview of that instrument. I won't load all of them up. We'll go to trailer. We'll go to synths. And I will load up pads, basses here. And I need to make sure that I set it up so that I can automatically search for that stuff. Let's see. So I'm going to close out the Tommee Profitt one. And we are left with this. Is what Zenith looks like. And if I play the track back, and again, I can do some effects and things in here. I have a whole other review of this. Maybe something like that. We'll call this Zenith bass. And then you can start to build out a track with different synths and things. For the sake of time, I'll just automate some volume raise here. It sounds like this. Like that. Zenith, I might load up one more. Let's see what do we got here. We have pads, spaces, staples, Brahms. Ooh, Brahms could be interesting. Let's go to Brahms or brass benders. You know what I'll do a bender. Again, these are products from Cinematic Tools. You can get them right now for $50 off each. So $100 if you get both off. I'm just going to use that out the box, and it sounds like this. We'll call this bender. Start to see how you can build a idea with just some small time machine, if that's what I think it is. I really, because I'm hearing things now where I would turn this to I'd end up making this a whole trailer track, or at least a teaser. TikToks is clocks. So great combination. You don't need a lot of stuff, really. 2 plugins. Sometimes I do stuff with 1 plugin. Let's see what these sound like. And I got to do some ticking stuff for library. We'll call this TikTok. Zenith TikToks. I like this one. Hear it. We're losing some of the drums, which is the heart of this video and of the track. Any other fun stuff in Zenith I would have highlighted right now. That'll give you a little idea of some stuff that's in Zenith. But Tommee Profitt Percussion, shout out to Cinematic Tools. They have provided, actually I think I purchased Zenith on my own, but they did provide Tommee Profitt Percussion at no charge for me to review for you. But definitely check it out. Again, check out the link in the description where you can, for the flash sale that's currently happening at the time of this recording. It might not be there if you decide to purchase it in like a week from now. But at the time of this recording, you can currently get both Tommee Profitt Percussion and Zenith for $50 off each. So you can get them both on sale. So check that out. And thank you for tuning in. I have some more videos I need to get out. I don't know if I'm going to get them up tonight because now I'm liking this track. I want to like develop it more. But stay tuned for more reviews and more episodes as we get close to that episode 100. Again, shout out to Cinematic Tools. Shout out to Tommee Profitt. Be safe.